New Jersey dodges Mother Nature's bullet. Hurricane Earl drops to a Category 1 storm and steers away from the Garden State's shoreline. New Jersey gets a break. The once Category 4 hurricane that churned up the eastern seaboard this week has weakened. The shore saw some rain and high winds, but little damage. Environment correspondent Ed Rogers has been following developments today and joins us now live from Ocean City in Cape May County with the latest on Earl's impact here. Ed?
Jim, like you said, a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, but some very rough waves like you see behind me. That's what Hurricane Earl brought to the Jersey Shore as it moved along the coast. All tropical storm warnings have been canceled for the state tonight. Cape May County officials say they have had no reports of any serious problems. Earl was more of an inconvenience and a sideshow along the Jersey Shore today. This sign going into Ocean City telling visitors the beaches were closed, but the boardwalk here was full. Just south in Sea Isle City, beachgoers could only go ankle deep, even in low tide. The approaching hurricane, still off the coast of Virginia, was making the surf dangerous.
It's going to be continuously building throughout the day. I mean, the rips are throughout because when the big waves come in, they need a way to get out. So as long as big waves are coming in, they're going to rip out. So that's why you have to be careful.
The Coast Guard has suspended its search for a missing 20-year-old man who went swimming off the coast of Belmar yesterday. Cape May County officials have declared a state of emergency in preparation for Earl's arrival. Minor flooding and wind damage were expected.
But the main concern all along was for time of high tide today because Earl was expected to pass us by at the same time. There was concern about heavy rain and some minor flooding. There still may be some flooding in areas that are prone to flood. We asked everyone to take the normal precautions they would do if they see standing water. Do not drive through it. If there are any down electrical wires, to report them and not touch them.
Even more than 150 miles off the coast, there was concern that winds between 30 to 40 miles per hour could cause damage. Many boats were either brought ashore or moved from areas where they would be vulnerable.
Inside the basin here, you're protected on all four sides, so you don't really have a lot of direct exposure to the intercoastal. Some of our slips out on the intercoastal. If you get the northeast wind, which is what we're expecting here, you definitely get more of a swell and a lot more boat movement out there. So those are the boats we were more concerned with.
Service was suspended today on the Cape May to Lewis Ferry because of expected rough waters. As the high tide rolled in this afternoon, vacationers gathered on Ocean City's Music Pier to watch as the waves grew higher. Most seemed unimpressed as Earl flexed his muscles. What do you think of Earl so far?
It's not much. The last hurricane we were in town for was Bob in '91, and those waves I think were probably a lot more fierce.
It's minor. I've been through worse.
I thought it would be worse than what it is. They said 8 to 10 foot high waves maybe. I don't know if it looks that high out there.
Many residents hope the storm does not cause any significant beach erosion. Now, Jim, the wind and rain have just started picking up here again. There will be a number of surveys of beach erosion conducted. Hurricane Earl did force the cancellation of about 60 flights from Newark Liberty International Airport. Cape May County officials have rescinded that state of emergency. And those warnings against people going in the water, they will probably be lifted this weekend. That's good for Jersey Shore towns who are expecting large crowds this Labor Day weekend, the traditional end of the summer season.